Yo, what up?
An anonymous J.
We can be.
The question of the week, are we on?
Man.
Welcome to Talking Chit with Big Boogie, Anonymous J, Uncle Kev, HL. HL Productions presents Talking Chit straight from the motherfucking vault.
Straight from the motherfucking vault.
In your grandma's house.
Oh no, let's not start getting on mamas and grandmas and stuff. We already know how that goes.
I don't know, my brothers are looking for you. He said he got specs, not texts, so we got both.
Hey, I'm in the vault, son. Damn, y'all mad because I just want to say hi? Like, what the fuck kind of shit is this?
HL say you better bring your knife to the yard.
The brothers walk up over. You ever seen that Dave Chappelle, the Real World of Dave Chappelle? When
keeping it real goes wrong?
No, it's because it's a real world. Like, it's like, you know how they're all in one house.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He's the only white guy in there, and dude walks by and shakes his dad real quick. He's like, you just stabbed me. But he said that, just thought about that shit. Like, yeah, my brothers walk up, just walk out. I don't know, he's in the vault, bleeding. No, but I was to tell you guys, man, Rainbow Bright got his ass kidnapped and beat. And, yeah, Tekashi 6ix9ine. They kidnapped his ass, and they robbed the fuck out of him. The thing is, though, they made it seem like they ran up in his house and got him. But the thing is, they caught him on the street, because like the whole story's been, they've been breaking it down. So they caught him on the street.
I said he's gonna get caught.
Some fools like stopped in front of him, like, you know. They got out.
Yeah, but they were New York niggas that got him.
They jumped out. Yeah, I told you it was gonna be somebody from. So they jumped out, and they ran up on him, and they fucking put him in the ride. And this motherfucker, oh my goodness, I'd rather get shot or call they bluff. Talk about take us to your house, so we want the jury and all that stuff. You know what this motherfucker did? Knowing his baby's mom and his kid were at the house, this pussy motherfucker took him to the house.
Well,
And then hold up, and then he ran up in the house while he was still, you know, in the car. They ran up in the house, they got loot and they got all those jewelry. They estimated about $700K.
Yeah.
Shit from.
Here's my thing though. I'm like, I see what you're saying. You know about the like taking him to the crib, but it could have been a setup too. I don't know how smart he is. You know what I'm saying? Like if you knew you had a gang of motherfuckers at the crib that got guns on them or they ready to do war if it need to be done, what would you do? You'd be like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go to my house.
But
you know what I'm saying? Because now you on my turf.
But nobody was there but his wife.
No, I'm just saying.
That'd be different if I knew my dudes were there. I'd be like, yeah, let's roll. Come on.
Oh yeah, of course. I'd be like, oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's have it. Because then at that point you really think about that's your territory.
Can we pick a beer on the way?
Yeah, like you know that's your territory. You know your home and your property better than they will. But you know what I'm saying? And so will your boys.
Now see what you know. From my experience, people that I know that pull licks. If they're going to pull a lick, they're going to pull a lick. You know what I'm saying? They snatch somebody up, you know what I'm saying? They pull the lick, and then they drop the fool off somewhere. Or just leave them there, whatever. Just get out. Now, they pull the lick, and they keep the motherfucker in the car. Because they was going to fucking take him somewhere. In my opinion, they was going to take him somewhere and just off his ass. They was going to light him up. Because, the only reason he got out, he jumped out of the moving car. And he runs and jumps in the motherfucking regular person, like just sitting at the light or whatever, jumps in their car. And he's like, yo, help me, and they called 911. They knew who he was. So like, oh, they're probably laughing at this bitch, motherfucker. All right. They called the fuzz, and
he said, help me, please. No, Jesus,
help me, please. And he called the fuzz. So that's what the king of New York's doing, calling the fuzz and all that shit. Talking about if he was the king of New York, he would have been like, all right, I'm going back to the crib. I'll find out who touched me. Nothing.
This was after he was denied bail and then given bail and segregated.
He was scared in that bitch. They're trying to kill me. That's why they gave him bail. They fucking
really?
The dudes that killed the little that killed that young dude, Junior, the calf, the dudes from the Trinidadios.
Yeah.
Them fools was threatening that nigga.
Yep.
There were Land Kings in there that straight up said that if he came in, they was smashing him on sight.
But even those motherfuckers, what are the Trinidadios or whatever, those motherfuckers
the
are
Dominicans.
Like, they got their own unit.
Well, no, it wasn't them. Because those motherfuckers scared to death for their own shit.
Yeah, even the motherfuckers are gonna get them. Yeah.
Everybody wants to get them fools too.
But see, and even the real ones are getting the backlash too, because they said that, like they're warring in there right now because of those fuckers.
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, I think
Well, that was like what I said on the podcast. I said they pulled a hit in someone else's hood.
Yeah.
I told you there was gonna be green lights and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers acting all tough, killing this little boy, but in the court, they
You know what I'm saying? You
making that
got
ugly face.
there's too many blood sets, crib sets, Lane Kings over there for one little set to try and
Right.
yeah.
Well, that's great. He got his ass whooped. I'm done talking about that nigga.
No, I'm
Let's
gonna
move on.
laugh about it. I mean, because this
Well, nah, that
motherfucker.
shit ain't
We all
funny that
seen
he
it
was that
coming.
much of a bitch to bring him to his crib
The thing is-
with his
Nah,
girl
yeah.
and his
The
child
thing is,
there.
that it's so we talked all this shit. I'm never gonna get touched. Even they was talking about
Well, we knew the
We
truth
knew,
though, and so
right.
now it happened. So
and
hey,
they were playing it like they were clowning. Charlamagne was clowning.
Yeah.
of
He was like,
course.
cause like they played it on the Breakfast Club, you know.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
donkey of the
but
day.
now
Not donkey
check
of the
this
day,
out.
But like the gossip and shit.
But can Charlamagne really talk?
Oh yeah.
Cause that motherfucker got ran up on by 2 people and ran.
And he but see he don't
He
try to
said
be
he
gangster.
wasn't gonna fight. He ain't
But
fighting.
he said I ain't a gangster.
Yeah,
He
he
said,
to go running.
And he said I ran. Yeah.
These motherfuckers actually pulled
gonna
up
fight
on
3
this
people?
Pulled
dude.
up on him talking about, hey, can I get a
He
drink
gonna
or something?
fight. He got snaked. Like first, he got snaked.
And he
man.
took off running. But see, Charlamagne ain't walking around talking about test my gangster.
Right.
He ain't walking around
No,
telling that
that's-
motherfucker,
that's
I'm
true.
hard, I'm this, I'm that.
I'm talking about after that.
But I mean, everybody laughs. He laughs about it too. Like, yeah,
Like,
the motherfuckers got me.
They didn't have no
He
pistols
said he
when
wasn't
they
gonna
ran
try
up
to
on
fight
him.
him.
Because they was talking shit about Little Kim.
Yeah.
You don't talk shit about Queen Bee?
Like 2 dudes, 2 randoms just run up on me, and I know they ain't got pistols. I'm gonna give them the business.
Well, because you're down, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Charlamagne
I'm
is
not gonna
down.
take off running.
Charlamagne's like the squarest motherfucking, you know.
Exactly. He ain't no fighter.
He's not. He got bodyguards for that
Right.
shit.
Like,
He had
Now
like
he does.
Now he does.
Now he
I
does.
like Charlamagne just for all the shit that he talks.
Oh yeah, he's perfect.
It's entertaining.
Him,
You
Joe
know what I'm
Budden,
saying?
even that guy Star. See, that
But
guy Star put it.
I'm just
Charlamagne
waiting
on
because
blast.
one of these dudes one day just gonna reach across that table and slap the god out of him.
Dude, Fredro Starr almost did that shit. He was doing an interview with Onyx.
They gonna hit him with the
Oh
5.
yeah, Onyx, them dudes don't care about
Nah,
nothing.
yeah.
Sticky fingers
They
be busting
really
shots at
don't.
award shows and shit.
They do not care that they
Yeah.
famous. Like they don't care. They're like, look, I don't care if I'm famous. Like, I'll lose all my sales. I'll just do whatever. They don't care.
I'll make a
they,
record from
Right.
jail.
they
Fuck it.
real street niggas.
Take
Like,
a
they
record
don't
from
care.
jail.
Like they never left the streets.
Right.
They had to go record the studio. They had to record the album in the streets. Like,
Right.
Right.
Somebody's basement and shit in the hood.
Right.
Trap house.
Yeah, some of
Half
them
of-
dudes though, I think half of it's a front though.
A lot of them. A lot of
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Just because
Oh, I can tell you 90%. Not
Just
even
for the
I say
fact
90.
that-
I say even higher than that, really.
y'all are a bunch of Hollywood ass niggas. Like
well, it's all
y'all,
entertainment. It's all for TV.
Yeah.
It's all.
Well,
Everything is all together.
Especially
It's
the
a
new
package.
generation, because with these older cats, like the old gangster rapper shit.
Yeah.
they doing anything they can to stay relevant.
But the thing is though too, they they got homework on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You do your
yeah.
homework on them, like prior to them being rappers and the dirt they did and shit like that. People, like real people, could co-sign them. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the one thing I will say though. I hate that people feel like because you're a rapper, you gotta have some kind of fucked up background.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you don't have to have a fucked up background to be a good
I mean,
rapper.
look-
Like that's why I hate when
No,
people.
not at all.
No, you say that.
Look at
but if
Skilo.
you-
Look at Positive K. They didn't have no fucked up
Yeah,
background.
no,
and they was dope.
no, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, and I've heard you say stuff, and I've heard a bunch of people just in general,
No,
just in
I've-
hip hop discussions.
I've
I
talked
always-
about the stuff, the content that they say
The fake shit, yeah.
when we know that that's not what it is. Now,
Right, no,
if,
no, I get you on
like
that, but
Mac
I'm talking-
Miller,
They're all Papa Docs.
I think Mac Miller's tight, but Mac Miller doesn't talk about being on some gangster shit. He's just lyrical.
Well, just like that. What's his name?
Right.
Yellow Wolf. I like him too.
Yeah, he never talks about being on some straight gangster
Right,
shit.
I'm not, and again, not accusing you per se. I'm just saying that we see it a lot in the hip hop industry and in hip hop discussions. Like people always try to clown the dude that don't have a thugged out background, or oh, he ain't never been to jail, he ain't never did this. It's like okay, but that doesn't mean that he can't spit.
That
Like,
means
so
he
we-
was
oh, yeah,
smarter
so-
than you.
So we can't
Right,
listen.
essentially,
So like
yeah.
you saying like motherfucker, like I can't listen to him because he's not hard. or
Right,
something
like I
that.
feel like people like dismiss somebody because like you know what I mean, because they don't come from some hardcore background. I'm like that's kind of silly because somebody could still be a dope ass rapper
Yeah.
and put shit together, and they can still have stories. Like there's other things to life than just gangster shit that goes on in life, and
Yeah,
people
look at
can have
Quentin
a,
Miller.
Is it?
Look at Quentin Miller.
Kendrick
Quentin
Lamar
Miller be
is the-
killing
is
it.
the case in
Yeah.
point. He's not.
His new
He's
album
not a
is fire.
gangster, but he got.
Kid,
wait,
do
wait,
you
wait,
love
wait,
me?
hold on. What'd you say, Uncle Kev? Who was he?
I
though?
said Kendrick Lamar. Like he's not a gangster. He doesn't.
But he grew up in
raps.
Compton, though,
He,
so
he,
he
tries,
was-
he tries to play the part sometimes.
Yeah,
though.
but he
tries
raps
to
But
play
he's
about.
his
been, but the thing about him though is we know he's exposed. He's been exposed to it all his life because
Right.
he's been around it.
Right.
He'd rather call
So
white
what-
people
he
up on
raps
stage
about
and
what
call
he-
Even though
he
he
experienced,
don't,
like-
even though like he wasn't an actual gangster himself,
Right.
he he had gangsta ass friends. He grew up around the environment.
Right,
He
and
knows
that's-
about it. So I mean, he can kind of speak on it to a degree. I'm not saying false flagging. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying pretend like you did the shit.
Right.
But he's a storyteller.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna tell the story, he can talk about that shit.
Like,
Just like I was never into any gangs, but I grew up on the south side of Chicago. My cousin is a part of that stuff. I know all about that stuff, so I've seen it with my own two eyes. But I'm never gonna try to pretend like it was me doing it.
Right.
But I know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the kind of shit that I'm talking about. Like, I heard that Plies apparently, like, somebody said that Plies, a lot of the shit he be talking about is actually his brother's doing.
Yeah, well, that's like the game. All the gangs she talking about, he's talking about his brother Big Head.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't know that one. I knew about Plies. Somebody told me about
I mean,
Plies.
shit. Game had a
You
tattoo.
could tell Plies isn't really about that shit.
Game has a fucking Crip tattoo covered up.
I just love how ignorant
yeah.
he sound on the record.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, the way is the guy losing
It just sounds
like,
The
what you
crazy
saying?
part is that that guy is smart though.
Yeah, he sounds like Gangsta Licious.
The crazy
Like,
part
he be
is
slurring everything.
he's smart though. That's the
But
crazy
they-
part.
He sounds like Gangsta Licious though in that song. Tell it to the Jerry, the defender in the planet.
But that's not new though.
What
Every people been talking about how Plies is a perpetrator for a long time.
do you mean?
So that's nothing
He
new.
wants to be
You know
a
what I'm saying?
shouty.
But no, speaking of rappers, so,
But now the game though, the game, regardless of him being a male stripper, a crib, or transformer at one
Oh,
time,
yeah, he was a stripper.
he was a
Yeah.
male
no
stripper.
way. Are you serious?
And he was on that, what was that show?
Change
why
of Heart.
That's why he always showing off his shit on Instagram, because he's like so used to that shit.
Yeah.
His mama worked at the strip club. On one.
then he
All right,
was-
so some of the Crip dudes came out with a diss track to him, Lil Wayne, Dipset, and it was to the One Blood. Except you ain't blood. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
And
That song, that beat was dope.
and
just like,
basically they played the clip from it. And they was talking about how the girl said that she walked up into a club and there were male strippers, and then he introduced him to her mom, his mama that worked at the club too.
Oh my
and-
god.
Oh damn.
But
I mean,
regard-
but he was getting it how he lived it. I mean, shit, stripper money is good money.
But
I ain't gonna-
my whole thing about the
Can
game
be.
was that, you know, ever since he's actually made it, nobody can ever really say that, you know, he's ran, he's a punk, he's a bitch, he's this, he's that.
Yeah.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? Even, you know, the dudes.
He beat a
that-
40 Glock.
He's bounced back a lot though, like many times. Because I remember when 50 was getting on him hard, and like people started shitting on him because 50 was hot at the time. So everybody started siding with him, and they
The
was
same
shitting on the
thing with
game.
the-
And
when
I
they
thought
did
the
with Ja
game was.
Rule.
But there was a 300 bars.
I thought
just-
that the game was
300
done.
balls and running.
That 300
Yeah.
bars was fucking dope, man.
But see,
I
that's the
don't give
thing.
a fuck.
I thought he was done, like honestly, because it seemed like the writing was on the wall. Because he was killing everybody's careers at that point. Remember
It
when
was
50?
the same thing with Ja Rule, like, cause everybody started hating him, cause everybody was
I
liking
hate
him.
Yeah,
him.
but
Then
Ja Rule
started-
disappeared. That's what I'm saying.
I
thought
started
that was
hating
gonna
Ja Rule
happen.
before they even knew there was a
Because Ja
beat because
Rule
he went from a
started
rapper.
going-
Yeah,
Eminem, that's
but
why.
look, the
He went
game
from- he
took
went from a rapper to a singer. He Draked us.
In
And
his
then Ja Rule
career,
did the bad
his
thing with the
career, he
Eminem
took an
daughter
L to
and-
50. His whole career took an L to 50.
Yeah.
But yeah, he came back, body bag, Meek Mill, done came out, beat 40 Glock's ass, done
Yeah.
beefed with so many rappers. He is the new 50.
Mm-hmm.
You know
That's
what I'm
what he
saying?
does.
Essentially,
They tried to call out 6ix9ine too, and then
Yeah.
came out of it.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Essentially-
only the young cats can do that to the young cats. You know?
No, yeah.
I feel like that's stupid. That's me picking on a young kid. You know, even though I hate 6ix9ine, if I slap him, if I see
You
him.
said like
But,
KRS-One used to do like diss tracks
yeah,
to people.
he
like-
do the top 10
Yeah.
artists, and he write a diss track about all of them. But he wouldn't put it out. He was just like
No,
he's training, you know,
Yeah,
in case
yeah.
one of them try to, because Nelly smoked his ass.
Right.
I mean, Nelly was the one. It was a popularity contest.
Yeah,
It wasn't, if it was
Nelly-
lyrical, he would have beaten Nelly.
No,
Nelly's good tunes.
He was popular. Yeah, for
I
sure.
will say, but it's funny that we're talking about this. So, like, speaking of rappers, so like, I had this thing I was thinking about. I was thinking about all the different like signature sounds that certain rappers make. That like that's their thing. Like when you hear it, you know that's them. Like Rick Ross,
Yeah.
like he's got like a, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
shit like that. And I'm just like, yo, what is like the best rappers like signature that you heard? Because I know like some of them shit. You like that? Wait, who was that? Who did that? I forgot. Who.
who was that?
Fucking,
Migos do it?
There's a lot of them fucking, a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot
No,
of-
because some. No, I'm talking about the one rap, like the rapper, like they
Was it
specifically
2
do that on
Chainz?
Yeah,
everything.
and
that
then
they
what's
on.
Jeezy?
Yeah, he do that. Yeah, you got that one. You got G's or
You got Montana.
I don't even
yeah,
know.
he does that one.
He showed me that shit the other day. Like,
But there's like certain ones that you say where you just feel powered up when you hear them. Like I love Rick Ross's one. I ain't gonna front. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that shit. I do like
Niggas
Tigers.
does that shit.
I like Tigers too. I know a lot of people don't like Tiger, but I like that. I I love that shit.
Nicki
That
does
shit,
that
and when
too.
he does it on a track, it sounds dope. Like on a track, it sounds dope. Cause especially when he about to actually start spitting, cause he's got that new song with Offset called Taste, and right before he raps, like at the very beginning, he does that part, and they do like a reverse reverb on it. It sounds pretty dope.
Yeah.
So
Well, speaking of Offset,
Why
you know this
Offset?
motherfucker got arrested.
Dang, he just
Oh,
had a
for
baby,
what?
man.
He got arrested for
is that the one that had? That's the one that's with Cardi B, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Weapon possession and shit outside of Atlanta. That's what they said.
Of course.
So he got
Act
pinched.
like this is like not new. Like they act like that's new. Like
Sorry, my phone gangbangs.
this nigga.
My son-
He's so unprofessional.
my apologies.
I keep forgetting I don't be knowing which one is with who. So yeah, Offset.
Offset
Yeah,
is
okay,
the
so
one
Offset
with
is Cardi
Cardi B.
B's man. Okay.
Yeah, so he got pinched for having a pistol, I guess.
like they ain't know. And what's funny is they from Atlanta, so it's like you ain't know these motherfuckers was packing. I mean, is that really new?
That's what
Yeah.
T.I. went to jail for.
I feel like some of these. I feel
T.I.
like
was buying him though. I thought he was picking.
T.I. was
Well,
like
his security
moving on.
snitch on him.
and-
T.I. was doing.
He had like a
some
whole
other shit.
artillery, a fucking whole artillery
His
fucking.
security guard snitched
T.I. was
on
on
him,
some like shipment and
man. No,
like,
like he was getting death threats. That's why he was buying that shit.
T.I. was on some Sons of Anarchy shit.
Hey, he was trying to protect his fam though. To
Yeah.
this
You see
day,
that
I still
commercial?
side with T.I. on that.
He was getting death threats, man, to his family and everything. That's why he bought those guns, man.
I'm still with T.I. on
Listen, I
that.
would have just hired somebody to figure out where the death threats is coming from.
And bring him to me.
Yeah, but he a
No,
street.
fuck
but
all
you-
that.
But you gotta,
Fuck
you
all
gotta-
that.
yeah, but
I'm gonna go
T.I. is
get him.
like one of those.
yeah,
the
but
real
here's the
ones,
thing.
man.
He's from the streets though,
He's
so he
one of
gonna
those
take care of
real
it
ones,
himself.
man.
That's the mentality that he was
No,
in.
what
when
he was doing, he was gearing up to protect.
Yeah, he was like loading, knocking and loading. He was like
If
ready for a
a
mini
street
war.
mentality is, I'm gonna go get them before they get me.
I mean, it could go either way, really.
Yeah.
Because some people do both, really.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, they do to protect, and also if I need to go and get this motherfucker, I'll go get him. But when you famous though, it's very hard to figure out where this shit's coming from because you got how many people know of you,
Right.
How many people?
No,
can
that's what I'm
threaten
saying.
you?
That's
Yeah, a lot
why
of
my
it is
first
like-
step would have been
yeah.
hiring somebody to figure it out.
But it's easier.
The crazy
it's,
part is, like,
it's probably
everybody-
easier and cheaper to just make sure you protect it, so the motherfucker do pop his
Well,
head up.
not
you
if
just
20
take care of it.
motherfuckers come start busting in your shit.
When you got money, 12 motherfuckers. I mean, I'm pretty sure
You got 20 motherfuckers kicking in your crib. And it's just you and the couple
Well, he got
guns
13
you got.
kids, and I'm sure they know how to shoot. I'm sure they all just start busting. That'd be some crazy ass shit.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
He
he,
does.
he got like 10 million kids.
He got
I
a
don't know
little
why-
army his damn
Why
self.
he got so many
Yeah.
kids? Like, how many does he really have? I forgot.
He has like
He's challenging
He has
Boogie.
eight.
He's like he's like a black Mormon family.
he has like 8.
He's challenging me for the title of most kids in America.
Well,
What
the
you
Mormons,
mean?
The Mormons got
The
you
Mormons
beat.
got y'all.
Yeah, the Mormons got you hella beat.
Yeah.
I don't
Listen,
care. This is what's
Hey,
funny. Now,
ladies,
speaking
get ready. Mormons were coming for that title.
Octomom got you beat.
Right.
Oh,
Fuck
shit.
you talking about?
Well, no, she stopped at 8. He got 10.
I thought she had more.
No.
She's like,
stopped at 8.
she's like,
Yeah,
my
like
cook-
toughless,
I can't
right?
handle this
Oh
shit.
wait, no, you're right. She had kids before she had the 8.
Yeah.
She had 8 at once, but she had like a few before that.
Okay, Octomom
So-
salute.
But on some real shit, I'm like thinking about it. It's funny how everybody always act like Hispanics got all these kids, and I'm like, have y'all seen Mormons?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
they literally have 19 kids.
And they got
like,
like
in
4.
one-
Do they got like 4 wives though? Or they got
Well, some of them
Some
don't
of
even
them-
do
No,
that.
that's
but
like the cult.
no, that's the
Mormons.
fundamentalists. I was just watching a documentary.
That's
about
the
this
Jim
earlier.
Jones shit right there?
No, I
No,
meant
that's
like the
fundamentalist
cult
Mormonism.
of
Right, I
cult
know, but they're
aspect.
called fundamentalists. So they're called FLDS. They're fundamentalists.
Latter-day
Latter-day
Saints.
Saints, whereas LDS.
But it still falls under Mormon.
right. It
That's-
does.
that was
but
my
the,
only
but the
point.
regular, according to
I wonder what
what
that'd be
I-
like at church. Nigga walking with like 4 wives.
well, according to what I understand,
Yeah.
It's time to praise.
Your Monday, your Tuesday, your Wednesday.
Right.
I mean, they cool with
I
it.
got the
But
weekends
like,
off.
the way I understand is I talked to, because I know Mormons, and they said that basically, like, even though they identify as Mormons, like, the regular LDS doesn't really acknowledge them.
Yeah.
Like they don't really like. They're like, it's kind of like a stepkid. It's like a stepbrother. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, like we kind of related, I guess. You know what I mean? Like they're like,
No, they have the same beliefs, just in a different.
they don't though. They don't, because that's the thing about it is they have, according to the fundamentalist Mormons, and if anybody is Mormon that's listening to this and I'm wrong, please correct us, because I
Bro,
actually
we ain't got no goddamn Mormons listening to this.
I'm just saying we might.
They're like, what
you'd
is
be
Chit?
surprised. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
But the reason why I say that is because like I love learning about this shit and I watch documentaries on this stuff. But like they don't have different beliefs. The fundamentalists
You
believe.
mean they do?
Huh?
You mean they do have different beliefs?
Yes. Sorry, I've been drinking. So, with that being said,
It's like half a can. He said, I was prior to the event.
That's
Hey.
like half a kid.
but like, okay, so the fundamentalist Mormons, they believe that they're following the true version of Mormonism. Like what John Smith or whatever his name is. Is it John Smith? I always mix his names.
I don't know.
Whatever the Smith guy is, that prophet, they basically feel like they're following his words to a T. Like this was the original doctrine. The LDS, they basically look at the LDS as they have ventured away from the original beliefs. Because what apparently John Smith or their prophet said was that you have to have at least 3 wives to get into the celestial part of heaven, which is like the highest point of heaven. So that's what they believe in.
I'm almost there. I got 2.
You ain't got 2 wives, dummy.
So like that's their
you,
thing.
man.
So that's the reason why the whole polygamy thing is a thing.
Yo, guess bitches.
Then you get people like Warren Jeffs, who's a fucking weirdo and a sicko who actually will take that further and say, oh, but I can marry 14-year-olds. I can marry 12-year-olds. I can have sex with underage girls. And incest, like he's molested his own children.
Yeah.
Like he's done all kinds of terrible things because he basically bastardized
Is that
what they believe in.
motherfucker in the can?
He's in jail.
Oh, okay,
but
good.
what's
He's in
crazy
jail.
about it though, bro, is he's still to this day considered their prophet. They actually go and visit him in jail in droves just to hear what he has to say. He still controls all of those motherfuckers. Like they have not lost faith in that dude at all.
Digmatize those
He's
motherfuckers.
like the
He's
religious.
got them on lock, bro.
He's
I'm
the
telling you,
religious
it's unreal.
It's fucking
Charlie Manson or
I'm saying, but it's
Yeah.
crazy how these motherfuckers do that. though. Jim
Charlie
Jones.
Manson, that's
Well,
Fucking
you wanna
Charlie
know why?
Manson.
You wanna know why?
It's like, but like these motherfuckers are weak-minded and they're like, you know.
Yeah.
It's mind control. That's why I
Yeah.
tell people when people say,
I got mind
"What's
control over Debo.
Hey, you said Jim Jones. I immediately started thinking about the rapper, and then I forgot about
Right.
the dude that killed all his people.
Yeah,
right,
He,
yeah.
Actually, they
About that.
killed themselves.
Yeah.
He
They
said,
did.
He said,
Yeah, because he basically.
y'all drink the Kool-Aid and we're gonna go to the promised land.
Some people actually
They
fought.
split, yeah.
No, some people tried not to drink it.
And they had the guns to him. I was watching that. You see there too. They had like some senator guy going over there trying to check it out.
Yeah, I saw a
They went up there,
documentary about that
let
too. It's sad,
They let
bro.
those motherfuckers. They just went over there to help out, and they let those motherfuckers up. Dude,
Yes,
like,
they did. Right
there.
on the runway.
Right on the runway. where
They
about
was
they're
supposed
about
to
get-
fly out.
They're about to get on the plane and go home, and
And they straight attacked him, killed everybody.
And that's what set it
But
off.
here's what's crazy
I
though
think
about
that's
this.
what made them do the whole fucking suicide joint. 'cause they knew
Yeah,
that-
but see, this
they
is
knew
what
that was coming for them.
Right.
I watched a documentary that was talking about all that, and what pissed me off is there was a dude in there who, and I bullshit you not, bruh, he signed away his own child to the cult and left. Because they gave him a way out. Like, they was like, if you're gonna leave, you better get on this plane with us. But they told him, they was like, you're not gonna leave because he wants you to sign the rights to your children over to him.
Oh, fuck that.
And he said, okay. So now his child ended up dying
Yeah.
in that whole thing when they made him drink, because they made the kids drink it too. And he's still alive. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself,
You
you are a
pussy
bitch.
motherfucker,
You gotta
you a
live with that for the rest of your fucking life.
Exactly.
Like, how can you as a man say that I'm gonna give up the rights of my child,
Right.
my DNA, to another motherfucker?
They killed him.
Right.
And then you kill, and not only that, not even just and then you kill. It's like, first of all, the first step is I'm not signing shit over to you.
Exactly.
This my fucking kid. So either you gonna kill us both, you gonna kill me, or I'm gonna kill you.
Right.
But you ain't having
ain't
my
taking my
child.
baby. Fuck
I'm
that.
telling you,
Exactly.
I will die and let my child live before I fucking live. I'll put my kid on the plane and be like, "Then you gonna kill me right now because we about to go down."
About to get it. Yep.
Because
All
I mean,
you
but that was
boys,
such a
let's get
bitch.
it.
That was such a bitch move
is
to
a
me. And
bitch
dude
move,
trying to
man.
act all sad about tomorrow. I'm like, nah, nigga, you a bitch.
And the interviewer, do you need a moment?
You selfish as fuck though. Like,
Yeah,
what
that's
dad
selfish.
does that? What father? You got kids. You got kids.
First of all, that guy ain't a father. He ain't even a fucking man. He's just some dude.
Right.
You know what?
I feel like-
a real man, a real father. Fuck that.
No.
he
sit
would have
there-
burned all that shit down before
I mean,
he
like,
would have ever
even
signed
even
that.
now, like
Right.
in the regular world, instead of being out there like we bust our asses, we fucking stress out. Like I'm going through the shit right now, and you know,
For your kids.
for my kids,
Right.
and that's it. You know,
Right.
that's just it, my babies.
Yeah.
And them motherfucker, I even hate them like when I split with their moms and shit. I hate leaving them there, like you know, splitting away from them. That's horrible to me. But for a man to sign over his fucking
To
Yeah.
another dude that's just gonna be on some cold shit? Nah.
No.
You going, nah.
Yeah,
get the
I'm
fuck
good.
out of here.
Stuff up.
Yeah, you gonna get all kinds. But you know,
It's bullshit. But you know,
that's BS. But we gotta bring it on a lighter note.
but you know, I was talking shit. I was talking about Charlemagne earlier. So now, Charlemagne got a couple skeletons in the closet. I guess apparently he's under fire right now because of some.
It wasn't true.
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, yeah. But the accusations about him raping, he Bill Cosby the bitch.
He was drugging her?
Yeah, that's what she said. But like,
I'm sorry. I mean, it gets to a point
she
where
was like 14.
The story sounds so similar to the next one that it's like, come on.
Yeah. And they're all men of color.
Yeah.
Maybe
Right
they're
there.
the only ones doing it.
No,
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I was like, you know.
I mean,
What you mean? They bought them for a white guy though. They bought the roofies from the white man.
Yeah, well, we know that.
Yeah.
But I'm
what's
just saying.
the guy's name on the guy they were looking for on Hangover? The friend
Chow?
The friend that was missing.
No, Chow was the Asian dude.
Oh,
No,
you
they
never
talking
do
about
blow
the one-
before?
Doug.
He was such a dope character.
They bought it from Black Doug. You know what I'm saying?
Doug.
Yeah, Black Doug.
They bought it from- Why you gonna call me Black Doug?
Yeah. Mike Epps.
He said, stop calling me that shit.
We got the drugs from Black Doug.
Right?
I mean, but at the same time, like I can understand, like if you got to separate the two.
But like, well, the thing is, though, he got pinched for it. They did the whole rape kit, the whole DNA, everything, nothing.
Right. It wasn't.
And then after that, he
But how long ago did
He
this
said
happen?
this was like years ago.
Years
dog.
ago, yeah.
So
He
what the
was-
fuck's a rape kid gonna do now?
No, I'm saying like, no, I'm talking about back then they did
Back
it.
then.
Oh.
And he
Well,
pled-
they
and
cheated.
and
he said the reason he
he pled guilty to
Yeah.
what is it? The delinquency of minors.
Yeah,
Contributed to the delinquency of minors. 'Cause
minors.
They were just young and
He was
everybody-
20 at the time.
And everybody was drinking.
He was
That
20
was
at the
it.
time. He still was underage at the time too. So
That's not underage.
Well, he was under drinking age, but still.
drinking age. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was contributing to the
You still a grown man.
delinquency of minors. But either way, yeah, but, so they try to get him for that. And you should see how, because that came up. Because
Yeah.
the girl wants to talk about it now.
Right.
The girl that happened to.
Okay, delinquency of minors is that shit. If you're 20, you're drinking, you have friends that might be 18, 19.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got a couple friends that might
What
be
is these chicks
17.
Generally, I'm gonna tell you this.
These chicks were
Generally,
16.
most 20-year-olds have friends that range from 18 to over 21.
Yeah.
That's just because that's where you're at in life.
Right,
Like
right.
most of us, our age range, our age gap,
Well,
of
I got
people
one
that we are
homeboy.
gonna know is
When you're
gonna
in
be
8th grade, you're
within.
13, he's 16.
Oh, because I'm not talking. It's cool.
Yeah, shut up, Boogie.
No, damn.
Let the black man talk for
What's
once.
the name of the show? No,
Oh shit! But who,
Talking shit with Anonymous J and
but who
HL.
controls all the sound? Is the question. Ma, with that being
me and
said,
Jay can go back to the phone. You know? We'll be like, yo, Jay. Yo, man. We're like, you're sitting too close, bro.
I mean,
No, I'm just saying that whole delinquency of minors, that shit. Yeah, is it something? Yeah, but
Wait, what
that's
is that?
that's not a. That's not a.
It's like me giving
so
you.
can you just explain? Because I mean, I'm gonna sound ignorant as fuck because I don't really understand. What does that mean?
Well, that's like me
Delinquency of
going-
minor. What does that mean?
Basically, like-
say like you're outside the liquor store. You're like, hey, Boogie, give me some beers.
buy a pack of cigarettes.
Pack of
Buy,
cigarettes. And
you
get
know.
pinched for it.
Oh, so it's just buying
Doing
shit
dumb
for
shit
underage
with
kids.
minors.
That's what they call delinquency of minors. Because I'm like
Contributing to the delinquency of minors.
Because I'm like, but delinquency means late. Like you're delinquent. Like you're late somewhere. That's why I don't understand the term.
Well, juvenile delinquent, delinquency.
But late to what? What are we late to? That's what I'm
that
that's,
is, though.
that's what
That's
I'm-
what
it's
the
super-
That's how they always described it. though.
Oh well, I mean, I just wanted to know what it meant
no,
because
yeah.
those words is what threw me off.
You're in bill collector terms. I know those terms too, sir. You're delinquent in your account. Mr. Nahosa, yeah. We pulled up your records and your account is delinquent right now. So,
He knows,
Well,
he
let me pay you. Call me back in 2 weeks so I get
You
paid.
be like, I give you food stamps.
You know what I'm saying?
I just hang up.
I give him the old debit card. Yeah, I'll do a promise to pay. Just take it on this debit card. Give him to the old debit card. And got shit on it. They're like, okay, we'll charge
You
you to
know
this
what's funny
card.
about bill collectors? Like they call you and then you have like this ridiculous amount of money that you owe. Like we've all been there. And they sit there and they
Student
ask
loans.
you,
Student
they
loans.
ask you, so are you gonna be able to pay that today? Bitch, if I can pay it,
Yeah,
why are you calling me right now? Like,
That shit would
I
have
would
been.
have gave it to you.
That shit would have been
already.
paid.
Right?
Right, like why would you? Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I have $4,500 sitting around to give to your
Well,
ass.
since
Yes, you're right.
bro, I ain't got it all, but I can put something on it. I can put something on
Did
it.
you ever tell him that you did? Like can I just speak the song? You like, oh, he died.
You done passed away,
Yes,
man.
you know, like, you,
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
right? Yeah, was so sad.
It was a sad
It was
thing,
so
man.
sad,
You know,
yeah. He was paralyzed from the toe down. It was terrible. You start making up silly
spontaneous
shit.
combustion. And just like he walked outside and it's 118
What's
degrees.
that one show where she started lying about shit? Like, she kept making shit up.
You know that spontaneous combustion shit is real. Like
I
that
know.
actually happens to people.
shit-
Like ain't that the weirdest shit? I feel like if
Like,
you spontaneously
you just sitting
combust.
there eating some chicken. He's like,
Hey,
but like, you gonna
why
finish that?
Boogie looked like an angry bird when he did that?
The big black one, the one that blows up. He wearing a black shirt.
Because I'm the bomb, baby.
Good recovery. Good recovery.
Hey, that's my movie
But
right
can you
there.
imagine like chilling with your homeboy and he just blow up at the table? Like, what the fuck do you do at that point?
But like, I don't care. Pass me the.
Like, how do you respond to that? Like, what do you do? Like, as your homie, like, what do you?
I'll be like, did anybody get that on video?
Did he do it for the gram?
Right now.
Did he do it for the gram?
He did it for the gram.
Man, his life was explosive, man.
I feel like if you spontaneously combust, God really wanted to see
He's
you.
like,
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, explain some other way. Like, that's just some unlucky ass shit to have happen to you.
Just like you don't live the good life,
Right.
rich, best life ever, in the pool just bah.
Right,
Oh,
like
man.
God had an appointment. He was
Right.
like, I need to speak
I
with
need to
you.
speak with that guy right now.
Yeah, I feel like there's some extra shit going on around that.
He's a sinner. That's horrible.
He's sitting quiet. Jay like, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. No spontaneous. No, we don't want Jay blowing up.
No spontaneousness.
I know, I said that all.
No, Espanol shit. That shit's crazy though. Like, shit, this is the real deal.
It is.
Because like you on the internet, they show pictures of like the aftermath.
Yeah.
People that just blew up.
You actually gonna
But
look
what's
at
funny
this?
is I've never heard about any of this.
You never heard of spontaneous combustion?
Fuck no.
Oh, that
Not
shit
in
was-
a person.
Oh yeah, it's a
In
real
cars
thing.
and shit like that, I have never on a person though.
No.
That is
Yeah, it actually
I want to
happens.
see what the fuck that looks like.
Google it.
It might be on the dark
I wonder if they
web.
have. I wonder if they
Yeah,
have
the
a
dark
video of
web.
it. Though. They have pictures on the regular web.
Speaking of the dark web,
Uh-oh.
So Uncle Kev,
What you doing, Cochino?
No, I don't even know how to access the dark web, and I honestly, I don't even want to touch
I don't
it. As
fuck
much
with
as
that
I love
shit, man.
technology and I like
do
gore
not
and
fuck
shit,
with
I'm
the
like,
dark
I
web,
can't. I don't fuck with
No.
that realm. But anyways, they have. Have you ever seen that movie Unfriended? Where they're like on the
I seen
computer?
the trailer.
Okay, well they have a new one, the dark web, and I'm like, the first one freaked me the fuck out.
Okay,
I don't know if I can
Yeah.
watch the dark web one. I mean, I want to, but at the same time, I'm like, that shit is gonna be fucked up.
Hey, we should all go watch it together and then do
Do a
a.
review.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
actually, you know
Hey,
what? That's a good ass idea.
We should do that monthly.
Hey, I'm gonna be sitting there laughing as people are getting
And I'm
chopped
gonna-
up.
I'm
They're
gonna
like,
be screaming like a bitch.
We should do that like monthly or something. Like all of us go check out like the big movie coming out and
Yeah.
come back and
Yeah.
just hack it to
The
death.
Equalizer 2 came
I'm
out
cool
that
with it.
weekend too.
We'll go to the
I'm gonna need to go see it with somebody because I ain't gonna front. That shit gonna freak me out.
We're gonna go to
I'm gonna
Cool-
be honest though, it's gonna freak
I
me
saw
out.
I saw the first one in theaters.
We
by
can
myself,
go to
and then-
Cool when it has like, you know, the one where they serve you food and liquor and shit. We go to Cool one like that.
Yeah, it's gonna run you about $200
That's a lot of that.
for a fucking sandwich.
Scottsdale.
It's like,
That
we
shit
do it old
probably in
school, man.
Scottsdale.
I hate the movie there. I'm a shit. I go to the Burger King, go get me 2 for $6, put it in the
Hey,
bag.
no, even like you can even walk up in that bitch with it. Just walk up in there in the movies and shit, especially when over here on a Stapley.
If you go to the movie with a woman, you good. Cause she just put everything in her purse.
Yeah, I've done
They
that
don't
before.
check purses and
what you
shit.
mean? Just one of y'all buy a ticket, throw the side door open for us.
Old school. I know that shit since the
He doing
90s.
old school. Hey,
Yeah,
technology
dude, that
that
was-
came up though now. These movie theaters that got smart.
Yeah, they have.
They got real
That's
smart. I know that's true, but they still they got smarter. But hey, you know I digress because I don't know nothing about that.
He was that guy.
Yeah, that was that guy that worked there.
Ain't nobody busting in my shit. You know?
Nah, what the best part about it was because I worked there, I can go see any movie I want at any time for free. So I used to just hang
That's
out.
like when I
at the
used to
movies
work in
and
a fucking haunted house. Like they had like one of the
Oh,
malls.
shit.
Or, no, it was
You
pretty
worked
dope.
in a
shit.
haunted house?
Like that's like a completely different
Yeah,
like
no, but I'm saying,
section.
like, when I worked in haunted house, man, I used to get
shit.
like, I used to take chicks with me over there and shit. I was young though. I was like,
Yeah, I got kicked
I was
out
like,
of
I was
haunted
like in
house.
6th, 7th grade and shit, cause like it was right there at the mall and shit. And it was like a little rinky dink. They just like dressed in black and here's the mask. Cool. But like, just
I got kicked out of 100.
Okay, wait.
Hey,
I
why
gotta
that
hear-
little fat kid
How do
jumping
you
at
get-
me?
But wait, how do you get kicked? He just said he got kicked out of a.
Because I punched
Yeah,
somebody.
I did
well-
the same shit. I was like,
Because they not supposed to touch when you touch me, so I punched myself. Yeah.
you know, Uncle Kev hit him with the hi-hat.
He got 2 into his role.
He did. That guy that they did. So
He was like, "I'm sorry, I lost myself. I'm
He's a
sorry."
vampire. He goes home and sleeps in the car. Wakes up, good evening.
I can't do haunted houses specifically for that reason. I don't like motherfuckers jumping out at me. I don't like that shit.
I went to that one
Like it's
way.
I
all
don't mind
bad.
if you
I
jump
don't
out. I
like
mean,
it.
just don't touch.
I
It's
don't
like being
I don't know if
touched.
it's the Fear Farm. I went to the one way out there like on 99th and McDowell.
Fear Farm?
Something like that.
Oh, the Fear Farm
Yeah.
shit? Oh, see.
And,
Remember we did that zombie run?
and so I went
That
over
was
there,
dope.
and then it was boring and shit to me. So like I got pictures. I had fucking Michael Myers with his knife like that throwing up the west side. I
Yeah.
had fucking Pennywise throwing up. I had a gang. I was taking pictures.
Michael Myers is a G.
They tried to stab me like that. Like
It's crazy
West
because the
Side
guy,
Ride.
the
And
guy in
dude that
Chicago
was
is
playing
just
Pennywise was black. He was all with the makeup on.
The dude that was playing who?
Pennywise, the clown from It.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what his name? Pennywise?
Pennywise.
Pennywise, yeah. So
I never
he was
knew
all white.
that.
And
You
his
never knew
hands
that
all,
name?
he's all blue.
I hated that movie.
Okay, so
man.
I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna put y'all on a little something. So I have never seen the movie It, the
Really?
old one or the new one.
That one was better.
Never
I haven't
seen
seen
it.
the new one, but
The new one's cool because
I heard the new one was. I heard the new one was fucking
Well,
legit.
because you gotta
That's
understand,
it, that one was
you gotta-
scarier
But you
than
gotta,
the
you gotta
first.
understand though, the original one was dope.
Yeah.
But you understand that the original one was a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah.
And this was back in the '90s when
Yeah.
before like now you see people's asses and people say shit and all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff on TV now after 9 o'clock.
Right.
I know the schedule, but
No, it's good.
That's how you know he got kids.
That is good.
but that one back in the day it was made for TV and this one was like
It's like Elray because they get the curse after hours.
yeah. And then with this one, they based it more on the book. The book is fucking dope. I read the book.
So there was an Odyssey. I didn't even know
Oh,
it
yeah.
was a book. I
Stephen
thought.
King,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Stephen King.
You know what? I'm lying. I didn't know that was a
Go
book.
ahead, pass one.
No, for real. I had to think about it. It was one of those reminder things.
Oh,
Stephen
now
King.
y'all want to pass me shit.
That's the Dutchie on the left hand side.
Pass the wire, Holmes.
It's hilarious.
Who?
So on some other shit, like I know this is going. By the time this comes out, it'll be probably over, said and done with. But I just.
Oh,
had
this
to
is
speak-
part one. We're good.
No, I know, but no, I was talking about the whole Demi Lovato situation because
Oh,
she
yeah.
was she went to the hospital today. It happened today. That's why I said by the time this comes out to the viewers, it's gonna be
So this-
kind of old news, I
This
guess.
is
It's gonna-
Tuesday, the 21st?
25.
24th.
I'm rooting for my girl, man. I know she's been through a lot of shit in her life, and she actually did she did the whole rehab thing. She did she got clean. Her career came off, started taking off. She relapsed. Apparently, she got a heroin OD. She went to she's in the hospital, but they stabilized her. So she's stabilized right now, so she's still good. But I'm like, girl, you gotta do something. You gotta stop fucking around with that shit.
That fame, man.
It's yeah, for real, because it's too many bad influences. So,
She was on the Chiba?
I guess they saying she on heroin overdose. They said it was a heroin OD, but they saved her because they used whatever that one drug is that can reverse
You know what's
the.
crazy? Because Major was just talking about how his producers and them, the people he fucking with, they were talking about producing shit for her for Disney Channel or some shit like that. It's one of them channels, whatever. And she fucks with Demi Lovato. That was it.
Yeah, Demi
Yeah, some
Lovato.
shit
That's
like
Bay. Wait, he got access to Demi Lovato?
He was talking to me about that. It was a few months back.
Why aren't we working together, bruh? I keep trying to tell you, like, why is G Major sleeping on me? G Major, I know you're listening to this shit. Stop sleeping on me, bruh.
Well, he's not
Like, we
sleeping.
can do some
I
things.
just
Like,
gotta-
work with me,
I
homie.
just gotta let him know. You know,
I'm letting him know right now.
Bruh.
Because I know he's listening to this shit. Tell him he need to listen to this shit.
Do you, boo boo? Holla at me, boo boo.
But yeah, it's crazy out there, man. It's the whole drug shit. It's just I don't know. I can't even I couldn't even fuck with heroin. Not saying I want to, but I couldn't even fuck with it just for the simple fact of how you have to do it.
So-
you got to use a needle. I'm not shooting myself. I'm not stabbing a needle into myself. I'm not.
I know somebody that his father used to do it a lot, and he wanted to know what it was like. And this person went and he tried it for the first time, one time.
I heard it. All it takes is one time.
He
and
tried it
you're
one
done.
time, and this person, he told me about how he tried it and how he fucking loved it. Like it was the best fucking high he's ever been in his life. That it was like to where the motherfucker had to lock himself.
want that
He
kind
locked himself in the room after that for like a couple weeks because he wanted it that bad. Afterwards, just a little taste.
Yeah,
Shit was
that's why.
awesome.
That's how that.
He
drug,
said it
like-
was awesome.
I don't want that kind of high, man.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
That shit, I mean,
That's just
but he was
what-
just doing it because it's a stupid drug to do. But he was just doing it because he wanted to know what the sensation was that his poppy would, you know, that his poppy would choose that over the whole familia and shit.
And that's crazy to me that there are people that want to chase that high that don't even know
What he's
nothing
saying.
about it.
Right.
Like me, I'm gonna share something personal with everybody. My mom, she was a heroin addict
My father was.
while she was pregnant with me.
Yeah.
So when I was born, I had crack, heroin, ice, everything in my system already.
That's the East Coast State Ice. So that's the
Yo,
myth.
I can't even take morphine, dog.
Yeah.
Because I get dope sick. I don't take painkillers. I don't take morphine. The only painkiller that I can take is Halidol. That's it.
Damn.
I can't take nothing else because
See,
I get dope sick.
it's fun. It's interesting that you say that because this is the first time I actually understood like getting the other side of those effects from the actual child who's been through it, because we've heard of kids that come out and they're addicted, right? But what I did not know, which I just learned something, they say you learn something new every day, but what I did not know is that it affects you way into your, like, you're a grown ass man and you can't even take certain things because of what happened to you when you were born. That part I didn't know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I learned
23.
Damn.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't even know that. Like, I'm learning right now.
So like, when
because
you
that's
say shit like
interesting
that
as
for like
shit.
pain, you get sick, and you be like, and you wonder why.
Well, no, I would break out, start itching, and then I would
You
just
like
get a real
the Tyrone
crazy,
Williams,
like, it's almost like a
withdrawals.
bucket of water.
Yeah.
That's what I
Like
go
the withdrawals.
through.
With the
See, I
withdrawals.
get,
Dope
yeah.
sickness.
See, I work
Yeah.
with those. Yeah, the withdrawals. I work with people
See,
like
I
that.
think that through my ignorance, I just assumed that it was just something that
Just
it
goes
affects you
away.
as you're a baby, like as you're a baby. But I felt like as your immune system got better as you grew up and got older, I thought that it wasn't really an issue. I thought it was just like it's just an issue as you're a baby. So the fact that you're saying that, I think it is dope because I feel like I just learned something, and hopefully the listeners that listen to this, I feel like I don't know if they into this kind of shit.
You have two people on the other side like me. That's why I've never done coke. I've never done anything. I smoked bud.
Oh, yeah, I've never done coke.
Back in the day, I smoked
bud.
but that was it. But then on the other spectrum, you have my brothers and sisters. You know, some of them are meth addicts. Some of them are
Meth
heroin
is the
addicts.
worst.
Some
Meth
of
is
them
the
are
worst.
pill poppers. And you know, then there's me, a few of my sisters, a few of my brothers are on the other side where we don't touch shit because we've seen what it does.
Right.
We saw firsthand what it does.
Yeah, I be watching, and again, so like I tell y'all all the time, I be watching these documentaries and shit about this stuff. Like, I don't know what it is, and maybe I'm just weird, but I like watching documentaries about shit like that, like the drug world and all
Because
that
it's
kind
close
of
to
stuff.
home, dog. It's like in your backyard. You know what I'm saying?
I just like,
Yeah,
but my
that's
thing
true.
is I like knowing about this stuff because
That's what
I
we
mean,
grew
it's
up
just,
on.
I don't know, it's interesting to me. It's not that I want to get in on it, but it's like interesting shit. So like when you fuck around with it, you know, it's like you learn a lot of shit, and I've learned a lot of shit watching that shit.
Yeah.
So.
This is my boy Eddie, y'all. This is my boy HL. On the
what's
middle
up,
podcast.
homie?
That's Uncle Kev.
What up?
That's my boy Jay.
So like it's crazy though because I see these documentaries and I watch these people who are just so they're literally a slave to this shit.
Yeah.
They know that their lives are fucked up. Like they're saying that their lives are fucked up, but they're okay with it. And I'm like, how though? Like, how can you be a grown ass person knowing that you're fucking your life up on a daily basis and you just cool with it?
Yeah.
But that's the drug though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's so sad about it. So it's like when I watch it on one hand, it hurts my heart. But on the other hand, it's like it's so interesting to learn about.
And the thing with
That
all the
shit.
drugs, though, like I seen it like firsthand, like the shit just grabs the whole deep, bro, and it just don't.
It's no bueno.
It don't let go, man.
Like, people tolerance like to stuff like when they build their tolerance.
But see, like there's people that even worked here
Yes.
that do that shit like on the daily, where they can function. Some of them are weirdos, but like I have, my ex-brother-in-law, like he's on that meth heavy.
That shit is a no-go.
But he functions though. There's some people that be doing it for so long they can function.
But here's the thing though with meth though, meth is different because meth will kill you.
Oh yeah.
Because it just what it's doing to
It's
your
deteriorating,
internal,
like you see
what
the-
it's doing to
yeah.
your insides and just your body in general. Like it's already been said by many studies that
Right.
meth is the worst drug, like physically destructive drug you can do out of any of them. Like they're saying they'd rather you do like crack or heroin over meth. Like they're like that's the most physically destructive drug. Have you ever seen those pictures of those people like the meth addicts that like when they first start out and
Yeah,
they keep
yeah,
getting
yeah.
arrested and they keep showing their mugshots like over the years and you just see them deteriorating every time you see the videos.
That's
or the
because all
pictures.
they doing is putting chemicals
Well,
in
just
their
like
body.
that's
They
what I'm
smoking
saying.
chemicals.
But look, hey, that's it. Like it's just like household
Like,
shit.
when they
That's
make
what I'm
this-
saying,
When
like-
they make
Alright.
this shit, they gotta put this hazmat shit.
Thank you. And I'm like, if
Do
you
you-
gotta
but-
put a hazmat suit on to
Just
make
fucking
it,
make shit.
Watch
why do
this.
you look at that and think to yourself, I want to put that shit in
Do
my
you,
body?
do you know what Project Dope is?
Break it down, Jay. Let them know what the business is.
It depends because there's a lot of different names for different
You get
shit.
chicken wire. You spray it with Raid, and you electrocute it with the car battery.
Okay.
With jumper cables. And automatically, the whole sheet, the whole chicken
Wire.
wire,
Yeah.
basically glasses up.
Chicken water.
like crystals.
That's Project Dope.
What
And
the
motherfuckers
fuck? And then
smoke
you
that
smoke
shit.
it?
Yo.
What the? See, that's what I don't get.
Chris Rock
I
said that
don't-
shit. Some people be like, you get a baby bottle, a little bit of gasoline, and lima bean. Shit, you fucked up.
I mean, honestly though, I just really don't understand like people, and this is why I feel like the whole war on drugs is
That
ridiculous.
sounds a lot worse than a little bit of acetone, some baking powder, and some more shit. But that sounds a lot worse to me.
Or marijuana, which just grows out of the ground.
Exactly.
Where you
True.
don't have to do a damn thing but water it and shit.
Marijuana's
Like,
beautiful. But see, cocaine's a
to
plan
it.
too.
It is, touche.
No,
But
people
the
lace
problem
that
with
shit.
that though is that people
They be
cut it with
lacing
other
it.
shit. Yeah, well he
Like I
said.
just said.
What? Yeah, well, no, nobody denied you.
No, he just repeated basically what I
Oh,
said.
okay. I was like,
A little bit of ice with a fork, mix it, stir it.
it's a
little
crazy
coffee
world out
pot.
there.
Little coffee powder, look it up. Man.
Well, Cat Williams, he said, I don't know the recipe. I'm just saying.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
What the fuck?
So no, I just went. Because I like
Everybody
sometimes-
hands down.
Like I'm ADD sometimes, so I just like switch the subject. So, bruh, the other day, I saw that they had microwavable pork rinds.
Yeah.
Where you been though?
I didn't know they had that.
Where
Not
you been,
microwavable
though?
ones,
Oh,
like
yeah.
in a bag, like it's in like a popcorn bag, like in a
popcorn
popcorn.
bag,
You
yeah.
put them shits in the microwave,
They come
bam,
out
you got
fresh.
pork rinds. I did not know that was a thing.
He told me about it.
I've always known about going to the store and getting the bag,
The
like where it's
chicharrones,
already
yeah.
done. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but they got the microwavable joints. I was like, what a time to be
That's what I'm
alive.
saying.
What a time to be alive. It's just like Carvana. You just go and get your car out of vending
You
machine.
see, they got that
Right?
one right there in Tempe?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, well, when they
Like,
first was building it, I didn't even know what it was.
Let me
At
get that
first I was like,
Lexus.
right. Well, okay. So Carvana, do you know how it actually works? Okay, so
I bought my cars off of Craigslist, bro.
I've seen the building.
Craigslist
I
Barber.
don't know how
Okay,
it
so
works.
this is how the Carvana company works. So it's an online car company. It's basically an online car dealership. You buy your car and everything online. You do everything online. Once you get it, you tell them where you live, and they'll see if they have a Carvana vending machine like around you. They basically send you, and they actually send you like a coin.
Yeah.
A special coin that goes into the machine, and you literally walk up to it, and it's like a big ass coin. You walk up to it, you put the whole coin in there,
Got your dropping
push the
gloves
button,
on,
and your car,
your scarf.
it knows exactly. It's like attached to your vehicle that you bought.
Yeah.
They'll put your car in there, and then your car comes out. I was like, these mother- like, so now we can get a car from a.
Right.
I'm like,
What a time to be alive.
I'm like, what a time to be alive! You can get a car from a
Shit.
vending machine, a
Can we get
whole car.
Can we get some bitches in the vending machines?
Oh, that's the red light district. That's already taken care
Let me
of.
see the ass and
That's
feet.
in
He got
China.
Hovana. He said, "Fuck Carvana. I want
Hovana?
Hovana. I want Hovana.
Let me get Hovana. I got a good check today.
I want the yellow one. I want the yellow one.
Let me go international.
Let me get that yellow bone up top. The one with the ass. The one with the ass right there, number 34. Because you know how they be having numbers in the vending machine.
Yeah.
B62.
Yeah,
B62 right there. B62. Let me get her right there.
Yeah, I need her. What's her name?
Yeah, they always have some cool names and shit. Peaches,
Oh.
Sunshine.
Oh, you want to know what else is some crazy technology shit I was
Cookie?
reading up
What's
on
up?
today? I sent you this article. The motherfucker that you can
Oh, yeah.
you can 3D print a working gun. A working gun. Like you can 3D print. So there's this guy who figured out how to 3D print a working gun, and he actually has done it. Now he's had some issues with the government, of course, because of course the government got a whiff of this shit because he put it
Obviously.
online, right? So he had a long legal battle, but he had some people that came up and backed him up. He had a long legal battle with the government, and basically the government settled with him, and he was shocked. Because here's the thing, he basically fought for his First Amendment right.
Yeah.
Because basically what he does is he set up a website where he puts in like coding. The coding is for the 3D printer to print the gun. But the thing is, he's gonna put it, and he even said this, he's gonna put it on his website August 1st. You'll be able to download the code for a gun that you can go and 3D print yourself. And it'll be a working, functional weapon. Now, how he got away with that is because it's just 16 lines of code. That's all it is. How are you gonna say that I can't post that online? Freedom of speech. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, now what people do with it, you can't put on me, essentially is what he was saying.
Just like buying a gun from the shop.
Exactly. You can't fault the guy that buys a gun from the store legally and then decides to go out and do a mass murder with it. You can't blame the people that sold it to him. So that's essentially what he fought on, that premise, and he won. So now he's about to release like his first gun coding on his website on August 1st. You'll be able to go to his website, download the coding, you input the coding into a 3D printer if you have one, and it will print out a gun for you.
Holy shit.
All right, question.
All right, here we go.
And that's some interesting shit,
First
right?
of all, where do I get a fucking 3D printer?
Okay, before that, what the fuck is a 3D printer?
Okay, so a 3D printer is
I
basically...
know the old school.
Yeah, so you know a regular printer just prints on paper. A 3D printer will actually print you actual shit, like actual things. So they can print toys, they can print prosthetics. They're using it for prosthetics. There's people, they've printed out prosthetic legs, arms, hands, hearts for people. And basically, it's just a certain material. All they use is a certain material that hardens, that you can use and is durable and everything like that, and it literally just prints it out. And they call it 3D printing because you're printing an actual thing. Like somebody could 3D print a table and a chair. Like this table and that chair that you're sitting in right now, somebody could 3D print that, and you could use it just like a regular table and a chair.
Once again,
Boogie couldn't use that chair though.
Fuck you, nigga. I'll be sitting down real slow. Hey.
I'm surprised you never seen them, but like they use them for, you can literally use for everything. There's actually,
yeah,
and I was,
tell me that they're gonna have technology to build like cars.
yeah. So there's a car. There's
Can I get a 3D bitch?
That's
movable. No,
Yeah,
like
we got
the
that
real
part.
deal.
a sex doll, yeah, not a human. But
I'm not cool with the sex
no,
doll.
but they taking it as far as there's a people out there that's trying to make a car company where they're gonna 3D print all their cars. So basically, you order what kind of car you want, tell them what you want in it, and they will 3D print it for you. And then every few years, instead of your car just getting old, you take it back to the dealership. They will melt all your car down, and then they will rebuild you a new car. Tell me that ain't dope. What a time to be alive, Peach. You ain't never got to worry about my car is 20 years old and I got to put special oil in it. It's like, no, I just take it to the dealership, they melt it down and make me a new one. Like,
I got a scratch in this bitch.
right. I mean, honestly though, but the technology is that good, and it's gonna get better over time. So this could be
This is
a
only
great
2018, so we got
right. It could be a great asset to society, but I got a feeling that people are
Jay's
also
face,
gonna
like,
use it. But people are also gonna use it for other things too. Like I said, like the whole gun thing. Like everybody's freaking out about that because they're like, wow, if people can print their own guns, now we having a live, because you know how he got famous, or how people started noticing him. He had lining of code to print guns. They were ghost guns. You know what a ghost gun is, right? Oh shit, you don't know what a ghost gun is? A ghost gun that doesn't have.
Listen,
is it that show
unless
power?
you talking about a throwaway, I have no idea.
Okay,
what you're talking about.
so I'm explaining. A ghost
Bernie?
gun.
Yeah,
A ghost gun.
we call those Bernies, man. Just
Bernie.
No. A ghost gun is essentially
The
what
Bernie
y'all
Mac.
see. Y'all got throwaways. A ghost gun is a gun that doesn't have a serial number. It's not traceable. It's not traceable or trackable at all.
Neither are throwaways.
So even if they
Straight
found, like,
from
even
the
if the law
You ain't
found the
gotta do all
gun,
that.
they can't trace it back to anything.
where can I get one?
for real.
Let me get two. Stocking stuffers.
Actually, you know what's funny?
Yeah, actually, let Boogie go buy him.
It's actually
Yeah,
funny.
I'm getting, bro. We got this. I got you, bro.
It's
I got
funny
you
you
back.
say that because I actually watched a documentary that was specifically talking about ghost guns, and the dude, there's a guy that was on the documentary that sells the ghost guns, and guess where he was working out of?
Phoenix.
He was working out of Phoenix.
We will find
Figure
him.
it out.
He was working out of, no bullshit, he was working out of Phoenix. Like, they did the whole documentary, he was here in Phoenix. And they said that too. They was like in Phoenix, Arizona. Like, that's exactly where. And there's a dude. Apparently, I don't remember what his name was.
Look, me and
We're
Boogie,
looking at each other like, yeah.
we gonna find him.
I think he said
He gonna
sells
slap
them.
down one out of my hand too.
Yeah, it's nuts. Be like,
Is it invisible too?
but what they were showing, what was crazy about it, they was showing how they are ghost guns. Like these people that are in this other country like make these guns by hand, and they have to be precise with it. They have to make every single piece. They
Identical?
basically take a bunch of pieces of guns, like, and they piece them all together, and they like I said, they don't have serial numbers because they're not made out of a factory or anything, so they're completely untraceable. So like I said, even if the cops find the gun, they can't trace it back to where you got it from because it doesn't come from anywhere. That's why it's called a ghost gun.
We
'cause
really
it's
don't gotta get a
gun,
bunch
but
of
you
them,
can't
dog. We just need to get one
Hey,
apiece.
man.
You know what I'm saying? We just need to get one. We'll be
Y'all
straight. We'll be all
But that's
right.
what the problem is with that's why everybody's freaking out about the 3D printing of guns, because now they're saying that now ghost guns will become like more of a threat. Like right now, you got to go through a certain person, you got to find out who the connect is. But if you can just go online, and
download this shit, let
If
me
you
get
can just
a-
go online and download the fucking coding for it and just print the shit at your house, I mean, game over. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be selling them to minors, yo, dog. I'm gonna bring back the activity that we had back in the 90s.
Calm down, Charlemagne.
Right? Man.
So I mean, on some real shit, like I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying that this is a real thing. This is the day and age that we live in. Technology is a bitch, and like I said, the 3D printing thing can go really, really, really good, and it can be be really, really, really bad.
So
'Cause
you
just
gonna
like-
get one of those 3D printers?
I can't afford. Those things are expensive right now.
Yeah.
They're gonna be the thing, and that's the other thing too is we know that over time 3D printers are gonna be.
Oh yeah, it's like when DVD,
affordable.
it's like when DVD players first came out.
Right,
It was
they
like
were like $1,000.
$1,000 for like one, or when CD player like fuck.
Right.
Now they're like you can go buy one for like $20 at the fucking
Yeah.
Verizon on clearance.
Yeah.
Verizon Electronics.
They
What
give
about
them away.
VCRs, man?
They give them away as door price.
VCRs, right?
Yeah, remember me?
Well, like I was telling
I had
Kevin-
the combo, the VCR DVD player, the
Yeah.
two of them.
Yeah.
I thought it was a shit. Like yeah.
Like I was telling Uncle Kevin, I was like, it's just like anything else. Any technology that first comes out is gonna be expensive as shit when it first
Right.
comes out. But then it's
Game
gonna get cheaper
consoles
over
was
time.
first expensive
Like
when
I
they
was
first
telling
came
him, like cell phones. Remember back in the day,
Yeah,
if somebody
cell
had a
phone.
cell phone, you knew
Yeah.
that motherfucker had money.
Big old brick, but like, guess what I'm calling you
Yeah,
from?
but you knew they had money though.
They
That was
had
like a
car
status
phones.
symbol because it was like the
Those
fact that
car
they can
phones.
afford.
the Zach Morris, the car phones, yeah. What's up?
Because they were expensive. It was like $5 a minute.
Fuck.
Like, and they had like shitty
wasn't
service on.
unlimited.
They
It
didn't even
wasn't
have
unlimited.
good service back in the day either. So that's what made
They
it
had
worse.
like negative 1G.
Yeah, it was so bad, and all it did was make
Give me
calls.
6G.
Yeah, it
There
was
was
terrible.
no G in it.
But now you got fucking 9-year-olds with cell phones.
Oh man, that's ridiculous.
Like,
man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
but-
Like, you got 9-year-olds with
But
cell
see-
phones, so that don't tell
see,
you nothing.
I'm guilty of that too, cause my 12-year-olds have them.
Oh no, I'm not against it. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that the difference between like how cell phones were, like it used to be just for the rich.
Yeah, cause when I got my first
Like-
flip, when I got my first flip phone, I had one of them. You ever seen that movie, old school movie Trespass, with Ice-T and Ice Cube?
Yeah.
I fucking had the flip
I didn't
phones
even know
back
they
in the
was
day.
in a movie together
Oh, yeah,
ever.
that was dope.
I never even heard
Debo's
of
in it and
it.
everything. His name's Cletus.
Debo, yeah.
He wears cleats.
What the fuck?
Damn.
Do you know about it? Cause I don't know about it. You look just as lost as I do.
Is it like the hookup with Master P?
No.
I seen that. Now that's a movie. That's a dope. Did you watch that? You seen that? That shit was
It's like a what they do.
okay.
They're like drug.
gotta
Ice-T.
check that one
Ice-T's like the gang leader. His name's King James.
It's all like
His name's King James, and Ice Cube's like one of his goons. Like Ice Cube's one of his goons. He has like a bunch of people. Stoney Jackson, remember Stoney Jackson? He don't know. He said he don't know Stoney Jackson. Stoney Jackson was in it. Zeus was in it. Yeah, Debo was in it. So a lot of
Debo.
people were in it. But like these two white dudes, they're the firefighters, and they go to this building. Yeah, Bill Paxton and they go to this building and
Bill Paxton.
yeah.
I'm so mad.
They go to this building, right? And then
When
because
did this
somebody
movie
buried
come
somebody stole like treasure and shit, like they stole some shit from a museum or something. They hid it in there. So they was over there looking. So Ice-T and they run into Ice-T and them because they're over there fucking about to smoke somebody because they burned them on a deal. And then when the guy goes flying down the fucking the stairs and shit or whatever, and then when motherfuckers look down, they look up. And those fucking white boys look up like, they're like, hey, who are you? And that's what set it off. So they kidnap
That's funny.
Ice-T. They kidnap Ice-T's
never
brother,
look up, like-
and it's just like it just goes on from there.
They never look up. It's like, it's a,
Yeah, Trespass.
I'm gonna have to look
That was like
at
it's the only movie, and everybody was excited about it because it had Ice Cube and Ice-T when they were in their
both ISIS.
the boy, yeah,
Both
when they,
Ices.
when they were in their prime, when they were in their prime when they the
this
first
is
came out.
like their
movies.
like first or second movie.
This was like 93, 94.
I feel like they
Yeah.
still in their prime, honestly. I feel like Ice Cube or Ice T still killing it.
But like my favorite shit is like
In what? In what?
Movies?
The fuck Ice-T killing it in?
Law
I
and
wanna
Order,
know.
shit.
killing it
I'll
in
wait.
Hollywood.
I'll wait.
Law and Order.
Are you serious? He's killing it.
I'll
Hollywood.
wait.
He's getting TV money. You know TV.
In what?
Law and Order.
Law and Order.
Besides
He's doing,
No,
a,
he has
he's
a-
doing
he
a
has
real
a-
life
he has
crime
a-
story right
Him
now.
and Coco, they got their own little show.
He has his own show on he has his own show on Oxygen that he hosts and he executive produces and everything. He's killing it in Hollywood. I'm not talking about musically. I'm talking about just in the industry in
If you
general.
put out an album, probably still.
He's still raking in loot. And don't even get me started on Ice Cube. I can't even believe
I wasn't even
Chris-
talking about Ice Cube.
Yeah, I'm like Ice Cube.
Ice-T.
Come on now, like we already know.
Hey,
But
my
Ice-T is still
favorite
killing
shit
too.
though is that when everybody's pulling up, Ice-T, no lemonade. Ice-T's like it's lemonade, it's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Try some.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was the Geico commercial.
Yeah, you seen that one? The Geico commercial? Like, yeah, it's lemonade.
Yeah, see, shit like that, like all of that is money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't seem to realize the fact that Geico went and got Ice-T. I mean, come
For a
on,
commercial?
that's something. They're not just gonna get anybody.
They
They're
were
gonna
like,
get somebody that
they just
people
sitting there,
know.
they close their eyes.
Right, that guy.
Let's get this. We'll get him for this
Yeah.
one. The black one.
He went to like Hayden Cops and
He
like.
ain't even really black though. Like he's so light skinned. Oh, yellow ass nigga. Ice-T yellow as
He's half
fuck.
Mexican, half black.
He like almost see through.
But I knew Ice-T from back in the day. He was in Electric Boogaloo and all that shit. He was like in all the breaking movies and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
He had them big old fucking Kumo D glasses on and shit. Yeah.
Well, that was his era though.
He was
I mean,
rapping.
that was his era. So
His best shit is
fucking
New
power.
Jack City.
Oh, New Jack City. That's a good one.
my favorite line. He's like, "I want to shoot you
So
so
bad,
hard.
my dick's hard.
I want to shoot you so bad, my dick is hard." I was like, "Damn, That's a.
He want to. That
You
motherfucker.
really
He
wanna shoot
want to kill this motherfucker. Right?
Right, for real. That says a lot. That says a lot.
That shit having weed though.
I mean, I don't know if I can shoot somebody when my dick is hard. That's just weird. But, like, how you gonna have an erection while you shooting somebody? Like,
The adrenaline rush went all the way to my dick.
right? Like, people get rustled
That's an
over that,
adrenaline
like,
boner. Come here, bitch.
like that purge shit. Like motherfuckers be. Did you see?
What I do? Somebody walk by.
Yeah.
Customers. Oops.
I mean,
That
guy
was
has-
funny as shit.
that
Some
guy-
lady was walking right by you when
and
you
we
said
talking
that.
about,
Just
we
looked
talking
over.
about hold my dick. They're like, what?
She's like, that fat guy has an adrenaline boner.
Adrenaline boner. I never heard that one before.
He's got the rush.
I was thinking about that shit too, like the whole purge shit. Like people get off on like in the movies, they get hype about that shit, like killing somebody, and I'm like, I don't know if I could participate in that kind of shit. Like I don't know, like if a purge was real, like what would be y'all position?
I go to a SO halfway house.
We talking theoretically, like the purge isn't real, but if it was, would you participate or would you get the fuck out
I
of Dodge?
participate. Like I said, I go to SO halfway house.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
participate.
I ain't got time for it. I'm sorry. I ain't got time. I got kids, and I ain't trying to.
I don't know if I was like had this. I wouldn't. If I was Ethan Hawke in that movie, I would have beat the shit out of my son though for letting that motherfucker in there.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit, and I was like, bruh, really? I would have beat his ass. And then the fact that he was debating about sending dude outside, that nigga, he would when he looked at him and he was like, just send me outside. I would have been like, okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't even fuck that nigga. I would have been like,
I would have been cool, but I would have given him a Pepsi or something here.
It's your last meal.
Have a coconut smile.
There you go, Papa. Just take it easy,
Have a
man.
coconut
Like on some
smile.
I would have
Coconut
delivered
smile,
his
man.
ass. Now on the same token, like I get it. We're human beings, and they're like, man, that's fucked up. Like his wife, she was like, what are we doing? And I'm like, bitch, if you don't realize this, you trying to save him, you're gonna die too. So either way, we gonna die.
then
So what do you want to do?
and
Do
she
you
was
want to
like-
live today or what?
The boyfriend said, "I'm gonna be with you." You know, he said, trying to kill the dad.
That was stupid too. I was like, what kind of shit is that? Like, you just gonna kill the dad? Like, you ain't gonna try to talk to him. You just gonna straight kill him? Yeah. That was a dumbass move on your part. Then he ended up getting shot and dying.
Well, what's the conversation gonna be like at breakfast?
That's how you tried to shoot me. That was cool.
We good, bro. You still want to date my daughter, huh, bro?
See, we can laugh about it now. Like,
I'll catch your ass on the next purge.
and then everybody does that like nervous laugh, like ha ha ha. And then they look at each other like,
No, they're making it to a show now.
They have but it's supposed to be like a special event. So it's only gonna be 10 episodes and that's it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how
I want to check out the one they have. Like, I'll wait till like the bootleg or whatever comes out on Showbox.
No,
They
it's a
have-
TV
You know
show.
what I'm saying? But they got
though.
the purge, the beginning or whatever, the new one that just came out.
Oh yeah. I
Hey, it
haven't
was
seen
good.
Was it good?
Did you see it?
You didn't like it?
No offense on it. No offense on it. I mean,
Compared to the other two.
compared to the other two, I still think this one here was.
Well, wait, hold on. If you're gonna be talking now, hand him a mic. I mean, shit, so we don't have this like far out fucking audio. I gotta.
So look, compared to the other two, I think this one here was a little bit commercialized, a little bit socialized. You know, it was in the hood, and then the hero was a drug dealer. You know, I mean, I'm just saying.
No, he's right.
Yeah,
He's right.
yeah,
Oh, you saw it too?
no,
Yeah,
yeah.
So is it good?
I liked it.
I prefer the previous two over this one. Just
Okay,
saying.
fair
You
enough.
know, like the previous two was a little bit more like out there. You know, this one here, I think focused. It is focused on different like lower comedy.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, basically, it was like Nino Brown, and then the purge happened, and then he was just like, yeah, fuck everything. And
Okay.
Taking over the car.
And I like from the beginning, I liked it because it was basically the backstory to how it started, and it basically
Which pissed
gave
me off, which
people-
just shocked me because I never saw the first one until
I
the
seen
other
the first
day.
one and the second.
Well, no,
And I thought that
basically-
this whole time I thought that the first purge was the first purge.
Yeah.
So when they said, "Oh, the first purge," I was like, "Wait a minute! I thought y'all did that in the first movie."
Well, no,
I
they
didn't realize that
basically laid out how it all started.
right, but I didn't know that because I had never seen the
Then-
first
then
one.
I
And
feel
basically
'cause
what
the,
they
the,
did-
The second one was when they was ending it.
Yeah.
So that made a lot of sense when they said. So yeah.
I mean, he is Latino. I mean, really. Get your
yeah,
mic
yeah.
back, man.
Stupid. No, basically what they did was they let them vote, or the government went out there and basically was like, "Yo, do you want to be involved? We'll actually pay you." You know what I'm saying? A lot of people did it just for the money, and then, you know, the people that were more active in it, they paid more money to.
Right.
Yeah.
And basically what it was that the drug dealer in the neighborhood, that in Staten Island, the biggest drug dealer, had connection to the projects that, you know, was the main focus. And that's
because they were trying to kill people in the hood, because that's the whole point of the purge.
Well, no, what they did was
people, so to speak, quote unquote.
Not trying to ruin it for anybody, but basically what they did was not enough people were participating. So what they did was they sent in like SWAT teams.
To go and start the killing because it's monkey see, monkey do mentality. That's how human beings are.
Like it wasn't the SWAT team. The
militias or
mercs.
Mercenaries.
You know, I mean, like basically, folks out there. You had the folks that were in church. You had folks that were just chilling in the house. You know, you had folks having purge parties. And then the purge party, that's when it all just like kicked off. You know, because you had that one crackhead who was just, like honestly, it was one crackhead that just kicked off the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, like $5,000 for a crackhead. Yeah, come on now.
I mean, the whole thing. I mean, I guess I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
it was like a regular dude, like 1,000.
No, it was
No,
if you participated in any way, shape, or form, you got paid. But the more you did, the more you got paid. So if I went out and killed you, killed Kev, killed HF, I'm gonna make more money than, you know, homie right here just staying in the neighborhood.
So basically, it's a promotion. It's
they wanted people to get involved.
You know,
because they wanted to push their agenda, which is the purge.
Yeah.
So basically, if you stayed there, you got $5,000 just off the rip.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do more, then they give you these contacts. In these contacts, they can see everything that you do. So you know, if you rob, you get a certain amount. If you rape, you get a certain amount. If you kill, you get a certain amount. You know, and actually, the contacts are probably the coolest thing of the movie, in my opinion. You know, like they fucking glue. It was like bright. It was like red, blue, like all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like basically, if you lasted 12 hours and if you stayed there, it was $5,000 off the rip. You know, but folks wasn't killing except that one crackhead. Like he. Yeah,
Let's try not to give away the movie, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Nah, I just don't want the listeners to be like, "Oh shit, I ain't seen it yet."
Fuck that podcast.
Right, like you know what I'm
I
saying?
still gotta
Like,
go see the Equalizer.
I just feel like I just the purge, the whole purge thing is kind of, to me personally, it's kind of a scary idea because I feel like for some reason there's something in me that says that I feel like where we're at
when
in
we
this,
got in office,
I'm
that
not
shit might
talking.
happen in real life.
Because I'm not talking.
That's
Y'all
twice.
just gonna keep cutting
That's
niggas off
track
today.
2.
Right? Like I'm
Go
cutting
shut your
everybody.
mic off.
Right.
Push the buttons, HL.
Basically what he said. Like I feel like that shit where we're at in society right now and how like everybody's
What
against
were you
each
saying, something?
Yeah, right.
The word of the day is basically. Basically.
The word of the day is actually no. The phrase of the day is shut the fuck up and let me talk. That's what the phrase of the day is. Okay, kiss my ass. All right.
I don't know, man. He might have like 3 pairs of
But do
Fruit
you
Loops
really
on.
think, like, do you think that shit was like that shit will happen? Like I feel like it's scary though. I wouldn't want it to happen.
You know what's
but-
crazy though? A lot of these fucking people are so fucking like, they're so easily fucking convinced. Like they'll see a movie like that and they want to start their own little purge and
Yeah,
shit.
like, I hate that
It's like
shit.
it's corny. But I mean, honestly, I think if there was a purge, if you just if you let us go loose for one night, you know what I'm saying?
You think it'd be better for society, like they say in the movie. In the movie, they make it seem like it's just better for society as a whole, and I'm like,
to go out
I
and
feel like
kill
it's
people.
better for certain people in society.
But I like to do it to the rich people. Don't come to the hood because we'll get you.
No,
That's
we
what
going
I'm
to the
thinking.
rich
Like
people.
I feel like rich
I'm saying
people.
because the rich people, that's when they get it wrong in that movie. Because they go to the hood and these rich people are like, no, fuck you. Come to the hood. We're ready to go.
Right.
That's why I don't understand that too. Is I was like,
We're ready to go. Like that's fiction.
Right.
that is fiction.
Right.
You go to the hood like all these white people, all yuppies with their man.
Like I
fuck you.
highly
You're gonna
doubt.
get lit, dog.
Yeah, like I feel like for real, I highly doubt that motherfuckers from the north
There
side
are
of
grenades
Chicago
in the
from
hood,
the
bro.
suburbs are gonna go to the south side and just take over.
There are
Yeah.
RPGs
Like,
in the
no.
hood, bro. I don't give a fuck where you. There are RPGs, grenades
I know.
in the hood.
What you mean? My neighbor has a grenade, bro.
Exactly what I'm saying.
has live grenades.
Let these poor people come to the hood, dog, and they're like, yeah, go ahead. You want to purge, bitch? They'll be like, yeah, we're gonna stay away from the ghettos because we're trying to be safe.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only thing
Listen,
that I
if there
feel
was a purge in my apartments, listen, I'm safe as shit.
Come on, where you stay at, dog?
Listen, all the dope dealers from Mexico gonna be out there.
Oh, they're gonna be having a good old time too, them Pisces. You guys want a drink?
Sure. I'll take one.
These are surprises.
You know what they saying? You can't get turned down a free drink. What's this? Unleaded?
Me and this guy been doing behavioral health for years, guys. But,
Apparently, because you just kind of brought him into the show. I was like, oh, we got a bodyguard for the show?
this my dog, dog.
You got that too?
Hey, that motherfucker, he was like,
I was like, damn, I'm about to do some editing.
he's from Pensacola.
Don't edit it, cause that was awesome.
Yes.
He played ball and shit though, like he played like Carter.
Yeah, he's a big motherfucker. I was like, he's a big black dude. I was like, you gotta be doing something.
He's about to die though.
You can doing
That
something.
motherfucker, he got me too, man. He's one of the homies.
But
I'm going to hell.
He'll beat some ass though.
I'm going to hell.
That's one of the homies.
I mean, I just don't know. Like, every time I think about that purge shit, I'm just like, ugh. It's just, I like watching the movies, but I feel like people take this shit too literal.
Yes, sir. Thank you for tuning in to part 1 of this week's episode. Make sure you tune in next week to check out part 2 and come back and hang with your boy Big Boogie, Anonymous J, Uncle Kev, and HL as HL Production presents Talking Chit with Big Boogie live from the motherfucking vault.